If it weren't for the fact that her little brother absolutely tortured my little sister.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you are doing great. If you are new, my name is Lizzie.
Okay, so do y'all remember that video of that girl who went viral because she got kicked out of a party? And then it later came out that she's a COVID denier, and while a bunch of nurses and frontline workers were at a party, she was going around saying that she doesn't believe in masks and she doesn't believe in COVID, and that's why she was asked to leave. Well, somebody that personally knows her came out and is exposing her and her brother for being terrible people. Here's the video.
Okay, so I decided to stitch this video because Janie deleted the original video, but I wasn't really sure if I was going to post this. I don't really have a lot of followers, and Janie obviously has a lot more. But Janie was my middle school bully, and she just fucking tortured me and told everybody that I stuffed my bra and that I was a lesbian, and made fun of me behind my back and just like really tortured me. And I think I would have been maybe more comfortable with all of that and probably wouldn't be making this video if it weren't for the fact that her little brother absolutely tortured my little sister and told my little sister that she would be better off dead and that she should probably just kill herself because the world would be a better place without her. I also feel like maybe it's important to mention that I attended a private school on a full scholarship, and I was one of the poor kids who was there. And Janie was came from a very wealthy family, and their family made it a point to reiterate the fact that they had never done anything wrong. And so I just find it really interesting that on this platform people like that seem to thrive. So I don't know.
COVID denier gets kicked out of a house and uninvited to a concert for making COVID jokes and anti-mask statements in front of medical professionals during the peak of a pandemic. I think that's the gist of it. I would have kicked you out too, but the thing is, even if we took the topic of COVID completely out of the equation, this girl has every right to kick you out of her house if you're giving off weird, strange vibes. There's a lot of people in the comments like, oh my gosh, she's so mean, she's so rude. She could have been ruder. She could have cussed you out. She could have dragged you out. I personally don't see anything really wrong with that.
I saw the lady's video. It smelled weird. I went to her account and found a video where she gave more context, and this is the context that she left out. She drove a long distance to go see some concert that her friends were performing in, and were staying at these people's house to pregame the concert, and is walking around joking about how she doesn't believe in COVID, she doesn't believe in wearing masks. This woman did that. And this was in a home with nurses, people that are medical professionals. She said this happened about 2 years ago. So put that at, January 2021, I'd say. So this is before mass vaccinations, in the heat of the fucking fire, the eye of the hurricane, making her little jokes around the house. I would kick you out of my house too. My mom's a nurse. I'd kick you the fuck out of my house. What do you mean you don't believe in COVID? You don't believe in wearing masks? Ew. She's setting this poor woman up to seem as though she's a really awful person who can't take a joke and is kicking you out of her house because she's can't hang. When in actuality, you are playing with her life. You're playing with her life and the life of everyone else at that party. If this was my home and you're telling me in the heat of COVID, even today, that you don't believe in COVID, you're leaving my home. And the way that she cropped the video to make it seem like she's the victim, she's the villain. She's actively potentially threatening the lives of frontline workers.
She was at a party with a bunch of people she didn't know and told a nurse that she didn't believe in COVID or masks. Don't go looking for a part two.
So I met this girl off Tinder, and the third time we were going to meet up, it was her birthday party, and she was like, yeah, come over, hang out, it'd be cool. And I'm like, sure. I'm really intimidated by that, but sure. I was a lot more awkward back then. And she got blasted at her birthday party, so she was gone. And I was the only person that was strange there, that no one knew. Everyone else knew each other. We were all friends, right? And then I was trying to joke with people there and get to know people, but I got too drunk and too high too quick, and I was being hella awkward. And I would make jokes with people, And when I make a joke with someone, like, I'll be like, yeah, haha, fuck you, something like that. And like, I was trying to be cute, but I forget it's not cute when you have the personality of a white girl that's 15 years old. When you're 6'2", all tatted up and muscular, it comes off as scary. And then I had the girl I went there, her friend came up to me with two of her friends and was like, you need to leave, you're making everyone uncomfortable. And I was like having a good time, and she said that, and I was like, I felt my fucking heart just drop to my stomach. And I was like, yeah, like, I'll get the fuck out of here. It was really awkward. And not everyone felt like that, but, half the party did. And I went out to my car, and I could barely walk. And I was sitting in my car for a minute, and I was like, all right, I can't stay here. It's weird, And then somebody came out and was like, are you sure you could drive? And I was like, yeah, because I'm not staying here. This is terrible. And I drove like 2 houses over and fell asleep on the side of the road. It was terrible. I lived that horror for like 3 days. I was like, oh my God, like I'm so weird. I'm never going out again. Yeah, it's not always that they're a bad person. It might just be a little awkward.
My crush has been texting me for the last 2 hours. And he's like, well, where have you been? Like, where all have you been? And like, who all have you been hanging out with? And like, why did you come to that party if you knew that you were positive for COVID? And like, I think he likes me.
Okay, my comments are always going really crazy, but right now it seems to be that people think I am a COVID denier and an anti-vaxxer. I am neither one of those things. I personally got very, very sick with COVID. I almost went to the hospital with it. I know people have passed away from it. My dad has cancer, and I would never put him in harm's way because of being either of those things. I was at a party and a girl kicked me out. The joke that I said at the party was, I'm pretty sure I was you can see in the video that I'm wearing my mask around my neck. And at the party, someone was like, are you gonna keep that on or something? And I was like, yeah, it's actually just fashion. I'm a mask naysayer. I'm just wearing it for looks or something, which obviously I wasn't doing. Sorry if you're offended by a joke that I didn't tell you. But yeah, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not a COVID denier. I'm not an anti-masker. I certainly do not wear a mask anymore. But I have been vaccinated with the OG Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That's how you know that I got it early, because it was literally outlawed after that until it was refined. And I've been boosted, and y'all need to go out into the sun, look up into the sky, and take a deep fucking breath, okay? Thanks.
Video just gave me the most intense PTSD. PTSD, I don't know. But anyways, literally, that is one of the worst situations you can ever be in your entire life. And I got bullied in college. Basically, I had started dating my boyfriend, and he invited me with his friend group. I don't know, whatever. They were kind of chaotic and very mean. They're probably gonna see this, and I could really care less. But basically, there was a graduation party, and I was being super nice to the girls, brought everyone gifts that was graduating, and I double checked that I was supposed to be there, whatever. And I was had said thank you so much for inviting me, and I'd been super gracious that I was at this graduation party thing, whatever. So then everyone gets drunk. I thought that we're having a good time. I walk upstairs. There's a meeting happening upstairs, and it is a group of 10 people saying how much they hate the fact that I'm at the party. And literally they had nothing, no reason why they hated why I was there. They just couldn't stand me, and they're why did he bring his girlfriend? Why would he bring his girlfriend to this party? Why would you not bring your girlfriend to whatever? But anyways, they were just talking shit about me and calling me all these cuss words and mean names. And so I walked in the room, and I was oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Sorry, I'll leave. And they all turned to me, and they're no, you understood wrong. You understood wrong. Like how that girl in the video was trying to make it sound like it was this girl's fault for being whatever. Anyways, I just like was like, okay, literally like tears were like whelping in my eyeballs. I just grabbed all my stuff. It's like 3 a.m. I grabbed all my stuff and I like run to my boyfriend's truck. I'm like, we need to get out of here. And they're like, no, you understood wrong. I didn't understand wrong. Yeah, we're literally in a room cussing me out and like calling me really mean things. Like literally, I've never been bullied. That was like bullying, and it was reoccurring because like low-key, like looking back, like all the times they were nice to me, they were like being so rude to me and like fake, but like they know that, and if they see this, like y'all know, I know. But anyways, I ran to his car and literally had a panic attack. I like fell to the ground by his, it was so chaotic, like literally a low point in my college life. But no, like this video literally like made me like shake again because it reminded me how terrible that situation was. So y'all be nice to people. Like, we're adults. Like, get over yourself. But yeah, they gave me PTSD. Literally, it gave me a panic attack because I got kicked out of a party once. And my first time experiencing like Mean Girls. Literally shaking, like talking about it. Anyways, I'm in a better place now. Still dating the guy.
Oh my gosh, this video makes me so sad, and it's just so awful that stuff happens like this. But there's a lot of things that I could talk about in this video to stitch, but the one thing that came to mind was when I wanted to rush a sorority my freshman year of college. So when I went for my first degree, I went to a really small school, like 1,500 kids. I was a tour guide my freshman year, so I knew all these like really weird fun facts. Like 49% of our school population was Greek affiliated, so they were in some type of sorority. We only had 5 sororities, I think. I don't know. 2 of them were like cool, and then one that I know like no one wanted to be in. But that's just like what I heard from people, not my personal experience. So no one I know at this school had this issue. No one I know at bigger schools, at other states, ever had this issue. Okay, so I go through rushing. I go my second semester because you can't do it your first. They just want you to like go your second semester, probably so the girls can come up with who they like and who they don't like. Anyway, with my field hockey class, all the freshmen that went, every single person got in except for me. The second day of rush, you're supposed to go for 3 days. The second day, they call me and they're like, hey, yeah, don't come back tomorrow. No one put a bid in for you. No one wants you. And I was like, that was horrifying to hear. I was so sad, so upset. But apparently someone at the end of the night said that I smelled like alcohol. I had X's on my hand, like I was drunk, blah, 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 blah. Such a lie, because you can't drink at bars at our college because you had to be 21. You could go to this one bar that was 18 and up, but if you weren't 21, like you couldn't get the X on your hand, like the color of the X, and so you couldn't drink. So basically I didn't have a fake ID. I didn't drink. They were lying. Whatever. They really didn't like me. Turns out it was this one person that I was dating their boyfriend, but they had dumped them, so it didn't really make sense. This is what I heard. This person never said it to my face, and I heard this story from multiple people, so it has to be true. Maybe it's not true. I don't know. Maybe she'll see this video and be like, that didn't happen, girl, whatever. Anyway, hurt my heart, broke my spirits, whatever. Not enough, because sophomore year I did it again. Same thing happened, didn't get in. Junior year, tried it again, didn't get in. It just sucks that people will try to ruin your experience in college because they don't like you. Like, no one I know had this experience. And I was literally, like, not allowed in a sorority for whatever reason. Like, all I wanted was, like, friends and, like, stuff. But, like, if you weren't in Greek, like, you couldn't go to date parties until you were a senior because it would be, like, dirty recruiting. You couldn't do all of this. So, like, I was literally, like, not involved in so many of my friends' things because I wasn't in a sorority. And it, like, really caused a horrible issue for me. And they never said it to my face. So it wasn't as bad as the video that I'm stitching, but it still really hurt my feelings. And I hope people see this and they don't do this to other people.
Video is an excellent reminder to be a mindful scroller. Because that video showed up on my For You page yesterday, and I liked it immediately, and I continued to watch it to, you know, get a little more context. And there's a moment where she says that she is a masked naysayer, which had me like, suspicious. There's something in the story we're not getting here. So I removed my like and continued to scroll throughout the day. Today, a video showed up on my For You page that I'm going to tag below that gave a little more context. Go watch the video, form your own opinions, but I would have kicked her out too. Wow, her ability to emotionally manipulate people. That video has over 1.5 million likes. The comment section is filled with people saying, you poor thing. They are such assholes. You deserve better friends. And she almost got me too. So yeah, just a reminder, be a mindful scroller, because not everybody's as innocent as they first appear to be.
Subscribe, turn on your notification. Anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. And feel free to leave your opinion down under the comment section. Stay blessed and